And then I am going to also start going live on Facebook.
Oh, let me make sure my Facebook is not on this time.
So, and then I gotta edit and tag, right? Yeah, okay, so, all right, here we go. Yeah, that's right. Oh, my Facebook on. Where is this? Oh, I'm tagging this.
Hi, and welcome to this week's Bubbles and Besties. I'm Crystal, behind the scenes work, and this here is Chanel. This week we invited Chanel on. She is, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to say what's in my cup. This week in my cup, I was at Target and saw these California Roots Rosé. So I was like, let's go for it. Why not? I'm always supporting stuff from California. So yay. Miss Chanel, would you like to say what's in your cup before we get into hard introductions?
So I have a nice sangria in my cup.
Phyllis will come back, and when she does, we will find out what's in her cup. So just a recap of last week. We want to thank everyone who was able to join us last week. The conversation went a little bit longer than we anticipated, but it was all a great discussion. We love hearing people that say very nice things about us and our friendship. So we appreciate all the positive reinforcement and everything that the ladies were able to share, the insight they were able to share, and some of the questions that they brought up that will hopefully be bringing up on the future episodes. So now that Phyllis is back, what is in your cup, ma'am?
I am drinking lemon vodka and a little bit of Moscato because 30 minutes ago I fell down the stairs. So, look, I need to drink away the pain. So yeah, a little mixture to keep my sanity together. But yeah.
So it might get a little spicy when the vodka's involved.
So welcome everybody to our Bubbles and Besties episode.
So Phyllis, if you would like to introduce our guests.
Yes. So we are excited here for episode 6. So we are excited here to have a special guest with us today, Miss Chanel. I've known her since I was in the 4th grade when I was 9 years old, which was like 10 years ago. I met her at Elizabeth Sherman way back when. And then because I became friends with Crystal, she also met Chanel. So Chanel and I have had a lot of fun together over the years, a lot of memories. I learned how to dance in her mother's basement. So yeah, I won't go into all, I won't go into all the fun stuff, but she knows where the bones are buried. So we are excited to have her here today. We really wanted to start having friends that have known us for a long time to kind of expand the horizon and get their opinions. So Crystal, how do you know Miss Chanel?
So I don't remember exactly when we met, but obviously it's through you. And funny enough, when we went away to college, our universities were literally 5 minutes away from each other. So Chanel and I had a friendship that was able to grow more so once we were in college, because you were in Malibu, which was an hour to, depending on traffic, away. So I had someone close from Oakland that I could be cool with, and our relationship has just grown since then. And fun fact, my oldest and her daughter are 10 days apart.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
yes, fun times.
So, Miss Chanel, go ahead and introduce yourself, and then, how do you know us?
And any fun facts?
Yes.
You said fun facts?
Yes. About you.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
about us.
So, hello everybody. My name is Chanel, as I said. Born and raised in the Bay Area. So I know Phyllis since fourth grade. Interesting. I think we met on the playground. I think that's how it all started. And I don't know, we just hit it off. We just hit it off, and it's been a ride since. It's been a ride, a long ride, but fun, enjoyable. We taught each other things, and we're still teaching each other things after all these years. So it's great when you have somebody that you've known for so long that has watched you grown into a whole woman. So it's very interesting that you can still say you're good friends even after all these years. Yeah, so that's how I know Phyllis. And Miss Crystal, we actually met, I think you guys freshman year of college. I was coming up to visit Phyllis at Pepperdine. And you were coming up there, and I don't know, we ended up going to, I didn't say what kind of parties, but we went to some parties that weekend. And I met you the weekend I came up to visit, and we just hit it off. You were super cool. And like you said, once I got out there to Long Beach, we were right around the corner, and it just grew from there. I mean, I practically should have been paying you half rent because I was with you like every week. I'm saying, but two friendships that I really adore and just grateful for, even after all these years, we can still call each other friends. So, yay, exciting. Fun fact, I did teach Phyllis how to get low in my mom's basement. Okay, that is a fun fact. So that is a fun fact. Another fun fact, me and Crystal, I will say we never had a plan for the weekend, but it seems like wherever we went, we were always just a flyer here, party here, this there. We were always invited somewhere. We just didn't never have to have a plan. So that was fun because we just kind of be doing regular stuff and then get invited to all these different events. I'd be like, yeah, cool, let's go. So those are two fun facts.
Thank you. We wanted to know if you were able to catch any of our previous episodes. Do you have any thoughts on what we've discussed so far?
Yeah, so I did actually watch episode 5 thoroughly. I did not know episode 5 was going to be so interesting. You guys highlighted someone that interesting. It was an interesting conversation though, but I did enjoy all the ladies' input on there. I think just talking about friendships alone and the different stages, you guys definitely talk about your different journey of how you started. You guys started at friends. You both had different best friends at the time, and then how you guys ended up becoming best friends and now are best friends, that journey and how that came about, with, still having friends, mutual friends, in the play. So I just thought that it was totally awesome to watch you guys just kind of grow, and just over the time being me, knowing both of you, I'm able to see it firsthand grow, but just kind of, hearing the story and how it actually came together, because, dates and times kind of get past us these days. But just knowing that you guys are still like solid, which is good, because then I know that I got two solid friends and nobody has to feel like they have to be good with this friend and this friend. We all can just chill together, like, blended family. So, yeah.
So I'm gonna ask the fun question because I can. Ooh, yes.
I mean,
So
she brought it up, so she
brought us, so it's fair game. So I mean, on the prior episode, I did bring up our situation. Yes, so feel free to go back if you guys have not watched. You guys will figure it out. And so Chanel and I had a situation where we were young and things happened and we stopped talking. And when you look back at it now, it's just childish, but we did stop talking over certain situations that we did not agree on. And so we ended up coming back together in part because Crystal had a birthday party and I wasn't going to not be there. And Chanel was not going to be there.
For my son, not just for me, it was for my son.
For her son. And so, it was crazy when Chanel came, it's like, it was immediate, nothing else mattered, clicking, and we just kind of picked up where we left off, and it was like, we were young and stupid. So when that situation happened, Crystal and I have actually we grazed over it, but like, how did you feel in that situation where you were still friends with Crystal? I was still friends with Crystal. Did you feel like we were going to come back together? Did it make it odd for you? What do you feel about that as overall? Kind of.
Okay, so do you want me to go back and talk about the situation, how it kind of went left, or do you?
I'm saying, if you want.
I mean, because you had a lot to say, so if you want,
I could have said way more. I was nice.
I'm just saying, you only gave them just a snippet, which I feel like if you're gonna tell it. Okay, so bottom line.
Which time?
Okay. So first time. Let's talk about the first time. Okay, you put it out there. I was talking to a guy. You busted your pants, but you didn't tell the full story.
You taught me how to bust the list.
You got Phyllis.
You do that every time we went out. Like, you just wanted, what was you trying to prove? I don't know. Because I'm like, girl, you got the package. Like, we ain't got to drop it low everywhere we go. But what I was saying was, I was like, what people don't realize and could take away from that is like, oh, she just wanted to talk to a guy. I was like, so this was the era where you wore like a scarf around your pants that was a belt, right? So I had this full-on scarf that was a belt that was in my pants, like, as a loop, as your belt. And so when you bust your pants, I did offer you my scarf. And I did help you cover that bad boy up so you wouldn't be out here looking all, So I was like, let me just make sure she tell it. If she gonna tell it. I did help, but yeah, I was talking to somebody at the moment, and I didn't think that it was as serious. Like if I didn't have that scarf, I would have probably been more concerned because I wouldn't let you be out there like that. But I did give you my scarf so that you could be, stay face in the public eye. So I just was like, I didn't understand it. And also Crystal drove. I didn't drive. So I can't
so this is actually Crystal's fault.
Crystal drove, and yeah, you drove because I didn't have no car at that time, girl. We were riding with you.
I did not remember that part. So this is
I didn't have a car when I was in Long Beach. Like I got my car after Long Beach. So Crystal was driving. I gave you the scarf. And yeah, it was the longest, coldest ride to that dorm. I think I slammed the door when I got out. Because I was just like, I can't believe she's tripping over some pants. I go get her a pair of pants. Like, we can go get a pair of pants. But I think we couldn't get back in after we left. That's what my concern was. And it was still pretty early.
Okay.
But I'm just
I apologize because I forgot that Crystal had a car. So now I know whose fault it really is.
No, I didn't say that to put it on her. I'm just saying she really was the one that drove. So when I heard it, I was like, I didn't even have a car. What is she talking about? I was stalling her.
But I'm older than you guys all, so I may have forgot. But yeah, but now I didn't remember that Crystal was the one with the car. So I understood. Okay, so it was Crystal.
Oh, yeah. Great. So another therapy session for Crystal Phillips.
I apologize because I did not remember that Crystal had a car. And so now I understand whose fault it was because I could have just been sitting in the car chilling. Okay.
But
I apologize.
as far as,
I'm gonna get you a Christmas gift. You know what I'm saying? What you want?
thank you. I appreciate that. But I'm just saying, so going back to the question when you said, how did I feel about everything and just us not speaking, and when I was still friends with Crystal and everything, I think Crystal, I will give Crystal credit. I don't know how you did it, girl, but you was able to keep both parties separate. We didn't discuss you. I think you might have came up one time, and even then we just kind of was like, you know what, that's just because I didn't know which way Crystal was going to go. Honestly, I didn't know if she was going to agree with the situation, and because she's known you longer, if she was just going to side with you and not speak to me either, or if she was going to, if we were going to continue rocking the way we were. So I was grateful that she continued to rock with me during that time, but she also definitely was a equally good friend, because like I said, we didn't talk about you. She didn't disclose anything going on with you, and I guess vice versa. She didn't do the same. So, but it was unfortunate, because I know that put a little bit of a strain on her, trying to be the middle person. And I think it was just wasted time. When you look back, it was a lot of wasted time, because we were all, at some point, we were all pregnant at the same time. If you look at the timeline of our oldest, our kids, definitely, we all was at some point on that journey together, even though we weren't all together. So very interesting, but it was pretty sad. But we seen each other. That was the first time we seen each other at the birthday party, but technically that wasn't the first time that we spoke or got clarity on our situation, because I actually slid into your email and congratulate you on where you were in life, and just kind of like, I don't know if you're gonna say anything or you're gonna take anything from this, but I just really was wishing you the best in everything that was going on in your life. And I think I wasn't expecting anything in return, but when you responded back, it was just like so much, you could feel so much love in the response back. Like, okay, time has passed, and we just, I don't know, it just made it easier. So when we seen each other, it was just kind of like, we was under the tree talking, like we just talking and catching up, and haven't been estranged from each other since. I mean, besides living in different areas, other than that, no love lost.
Yeah, and I agree. I think, I'm still, Crystal in that car, I totally forgot. So I'm just saying, but, on the last episode, my friend Lauren, what she was talking about was how, you could stop being friends with someone. And it was, I think, like, when I looked back at that situation, it was just petty. It wasn't like you slept with my man or kicked my dog or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It was just like childish something. So I think over time, it was just like, this is stupid, and I've known you longer than I pretty much know anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know, like, the longer than you knew me when I had no boobs, so that's like, it's very few people. I'm just saying, I mean, that's
right.
So, I mean, you've made a good point, like, of just like, I don't think I was ever really mad at you. So when you sent me the email and I was able to respond, it was like, there was no, like, just kids being petty. But, and yeah, I think the same thing Crystal did. I mean, I'll balance it out. She did do a good job of giving her little flowers that she, what I'm saying, but she did. I think that her not taking, the thing I love about Crystal, this is why we've been friends for so long, is if I'm wrong, she will tell me I'm wrong. If I'm right, every once in a while, she'll tell me if I'm right, you know what I'm saying? Got to get that out of her. But like, she's not like a friend that's just, she's not a yes friend. She's not like whatever I do, she backs. No. And I have, you don't want friends like that. You want friends that will be like, this is wrong. I need friends that are like, will tell me when I'm wrong so I can reflect. And so I think with Crystal, I don't even think I think I complained about it, but I don't even think we really went in depth. She saw both sides of it, and then she just left it alone, And so I do, I'm balancing out the fact that you did have the car. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, and my mother pointed out the fact that she was paying the payments. So definitely.
So I mean, so
And you know how she feels if I don't shout her out when she comes.
yeah, so we do want to give a special shout out to Crystal's mom and congratulations on, you know what, I'm not, we're on, but congratulations. And I'm very happy about your success and you know what I'm talking about. And so, yes.
Yeah, we
Okay.
shouted her out. Yes, thank you so much for making the payments on that car. Woo, baby. Yeah, we wasn't
So,
like college students. Krista was
so
the car. She was the
yeah, because like the rest of us, we weren't that lucky.
Thanks, y'all just used me from a car. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I did not use you for your car. I loved you. I love you. I am definitely, we hung out. I would hung out without a car.
I will say, Chanel and I almost died together.
No,
in said car.
We all have a Chanel story that we almost died together. Both parties.
In said car. So it's okay. As long as we reaching them dangerous highways.
Oh God, yes, please. No.
So in interest of that, we're gonna get off the fun topic. So I am glad that we were able to get back to a good place. So we were talking about so the last couple of episodes, what we realized is just talking to other people is a lot of people have best friends in high school, junior high, college era. And as we get older, people have, don't have best friends anymore. And Crystal and I have been able to maintain our best friendship throughout the years, even though when we were in elementary school, you was my boo, you was my number one, my ace spoon cone, then you went to a different junior high than me and left me, what I'm saying? But, and so I don't think so when we're talking to certain people, some people do have best friends, some people don't. Do you do you have a best friend now? I have a person in mind, but I don't know if you guys are best friends.
I do have a best friend. Her name is Vashayla. You guys have met her at the party I had back a couple
graduation party.
Graduation party.
Yeah. She wasn't feeling too high, but anyway, she has molded into my best friend. So it's kind of similar to you guys, where you guys are friends, but you guys weren't best friends in school, right? Mm-hmm. But you guys were very, your circle, that was your friend's circle, and you guys developed best friends, and you leaned on each other more now, and that's why you guys are best friends. Where it's the same with her. We were friends in high school, out of high school, but I believe over the years, we have become so much more closer, and I think that's what makes us best friends. So definitely similar, yeah.
So what would you say is the difference of having a best friend in your high school, junior high years versus in your 30s?
In your 30s, I think you go through life in your 30s. In high school, what you think is life is just high school. It is high school life. It is the drama. It is the, you think one day this happens, oh, it's all over. But really, realistically, you ain't finna see these folks like that. You barely even gonna talk to them. You give two rats what they doing today. So, at the end of the day, life happens, and you in your 30s, and you need somebody, like you said, not a yes person, but you need somebody that's really down for you when you're making mistakes, and will, call you to the carpet and say, look, you got to get this together, or that you can share those intimate moments and details, even down to, what you doing in your investments, what are you doing in finances, what classes are you taking, are you, interested in this and that. I don't want a person that I can only talk to you about a few subjects, because my life ain't few subjects. My life has layers, just like everybody. So if you can't talk about layers to a person, grown, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have, so you didn't live to 30 something, you got a story and you got layers. If you try to tell me you one note, baby, You just as bad as all them other ratatouilles I don't talk to.
Ratatouilles.
Yeah. So I just feel like realistically, it's better to have because you have experienced that, you've learned, you know, what's real, what it looks like to have genuine friendship and what the standard of that friendship is. Like you hold them to a different standard at 30 versus when you were in high school, you know.
I would say on that topic of holding people to different standards, I know in our conversations offline, we've been like, girl, when you coming to Vegas? So
Shots fired.
I know, it's not there, but I was leading into the long distance friendships. So we've all been friends for a long time at this. And about half of you and I's friendship has been long distance. So how would you say you're able to keep friendships fresh, keep it going, even when you're not in the same vicinity with someone?
Who was that for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. How you keep it fresh is you keep it honest. You just make yourself available. Like, I'll see you guys call me, right? Or someone will text me. I don't ignore, I don't forget the moments that are important to you guys, like your kids, your birthdays. Those are important to you guys. You know what I'm saying? And they're important to me. So I think just in my own way, I communicate. I know we're all busy, you know, and one of the things that we collectively say is, you know, I know you're busy, or, you know, I know this, or I know that you got stuff going on, but it's always like, I want to see you. It's never just, I don't want to see you. You can pick up the phone, you know, after a month or a year, we haven't talked. And it's just like, we're still on the same page. Like nothing, time feels like it's just stood still. Like nothing has changed. And that's because every time, you know, you reach out or vice versa, you're never too busy to talk to that person because you make the time, you make the effort. And I think that's part of keeping it fresh. Like you laugh, you share things, even though you're not next door to each other, you still feel safe and comfortable to be like, I can tell her what's really going on with me. Not that surface, oh, everything's good. Like you still can have a heart to heart with this person because there's still genuine love there. You know what I'm saying? And you still, whenever there's an opportunity to support any of the things you guys are doing, business wise, family wise, you know, you there. You may not, you know all the details at one time, but you make the effort to be like, yeah, you know, this or that. You coming in town? Oh yeah, we're going out. Oh yeah, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. I know you guys asked me to come to Vegas. I have came to Vegas a few times, and I don't know. I don't know. Somebody was on the ship, but I did tell her I was in town. I was coming, you know. But that's just the thing. I think you just have to continue to show up, be supportive. Have those moments of laughter. A lot of times what kept you or what got you guys connected is the memories you made when you guys were living together. So sometimes just bringing up an old memory, sometimes just automatically reminds you that, you know, you still have a connection. There's still something there, and you just have that moment and continue to build on that, you know, check in with each other. I think that's how you continue to keep the friendship fresh and fun. And then you don't, and I think I think we don't judge each other. I think that's the thing. Like, I think there's things that go on and we don't judge. Like, you're there, you're open, and you just listen and you just support and you love. And I think that's how long distance friendships definitely thrive.
I agree.
Why y'all laughing? What
I
else?
love, no, I'm saying I love that. That's true. Like when I do come home, it's, hey, I'm in town for days, and you know, if we're able to go have lunch or dinner or whatever, we do make the time for that. So I'm agreeing.
Oh, okay.
No, I think like I think for me, when you know someone in your earlier lifetime, you don't have to talk to them every day. Like I have friends, especially like I went to college with, couple I may talk to like maybe 2-3 times a year, but we pick up where we left off. And same thing with you and I. Like you and I don't like Crystal and I don't even know how we do it. We talk all doggone time. But you and I don't talk every day. But when we do talk, we'll be on the phone 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 10, 15 hours catching up with each other as if we just talked yesterday. And it's almost like a pick up where we left off, And so I think that I agree, I think when you have friendships when you're younger, it's like you build a foundation because you know that person before they were that person. You know what I'm saying? Before they were that grown up. I think meeting people in your 30s, it's a lot harder because you don't have that foundation when you're 30. Like it's like you got, you know what I'm saying? You try to explain who you were. Like, I mean, you gotta explain all these things that they're just not gonna understand how you were when you was a kid. Is you're just people grow, they're different. So I agree with you. Definitely agree with you. Um, so do you have any questions for us? Since we've been asking you all the questions.
I know.
So I'll ask this question. What about me that you guys continue to want the friendship, like, continue with the friendship? What about me as your friend, as a person that makes you guys say, okay, when she coming out here, we want to hang out? It's like you just don't necessarily, like, you can hang out with people, but it's a different kind of when you ask me. It's kind of like, okay, look, I didn't ask you a couple of times. It's more of like I care if you don't come or not, versus just kind of like, well, I invited you, you didn't come. Oh well, just move on. But what is it about me that have kept our friendships going for you guys?
So I'll go first.
Okay.
I will say it's been a genuineness that, well, and another fun odd fact that we found out, I think my 21st birthday, it was my first 21st birthday, not the one that's coming up. that your mom knew my parents back in high school. So I think that made it a full circle moment that, okay. I mean, that's not why I keep you my friend, but I think that little fact
that is fun.
Was interesting. I mean, that was interesting, and that was something that, that was a connection that we were able to keep and have. And I just think over the years you've been there whenever I needed to, vent to someone, or we've talked about different things and different life choices that we've been through. I really do think it's a genuineness. I believe when we do talk, that you care to listen to what I have to say and offer up, the best advice that you can give. Whether I take it or not, it's up to me. But I don't always take what y'all say. I mean, everybody tells me I'm too nice, and I'm like, well, hell, I can't help that. So it is what it is. But yes, I think it's been great when we've been able to get our kids together, that they're legitimately 10 days apart. Like, I called you to tell you I was pregnant. You were calling me to tell me you were pregnant at the same time. So it's just special little bonds that especially as you get older, I want to keep people in my life who I know are there for me and are truly supportive.
So I have to top that, huh?
Yeah.
For me, you remind me of home. And you remind me of like when I was a kid. Like no one else knows baby Phyllis like you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I talk to you, it's like a genuine, like me. And so it's like we get like stuff that even probably Crystal doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm able to be real with you. Like there's not a lot for me. I'm a very private person. So when I call you, even if we don't talk very often, I can tell you stuff that I may talk to other people more often that I don't share with them. You know what I'm saying? And so I think over the years, it's like, I could tell you stuff. I know you're not about to share it with everybody and their mama and daddy. I don't worry about you being backstabbing. I trust you, period. You know what I'm saying? I think I don't trust I trust people, but I'm a very like, I trust people. I'm just a private person. And so for me, it's like, I've been able to open up with you. You've seen me cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you the only friend I actually, had a physical fight with. You know what I'm saying? After a funeral, after a funeral, no less. And right.
Look at Crystal's face. What the face?
But it is like,
Wait, was that in elementary school?
Yes,
yes,
after our fifth grade teacher died.
I remember this story vaguely. Yes. Okay.
So I think it's just like, the thing I love about our friendship is the foundation of realness, that we've been able to go through some real stuff and then come back, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, to have conversations, to pick up where we left off, to just like, I can share stuff with you. You genuinely hardcore care about me, and I genuinely care about you and your well-being. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I think you don't find those people. They're just not walking around the street. People act like they care, but they're, as you get older, it's harder to find people who you can just really share stuff with and be like, so I think for me, just you remind me of home. I got, so.
You guys. So sweet. I mean, I value our friendship. I value friendship. I'm really big on that, especially if I call you a friend. You have to really have put in that work. I'm not going to call just anybody a friend. I'm cool with people, and but my circle is very small, and rightfully so.
I love your mama. I love your mama. Let me say that. I do. I can't. I love. Tell her I say hi. Like I do. Like my mom was like, your mom was just, I don't know, she's just essence of fun. I think being like, you were the person I spent spending nights with, camping, all kinds of stuff. So I think I learned a lot to come into your house as much as I did when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were sitting there listening to Trina. That's why she's my favorite rapper to this day.
Right. I remember.
Yeah, so,
driving the car. Playing us up. Yeah, that's how you got turned on to Trina.
Yeah, you played. Yeah, so it's all your fault. So my ratchetness came from Chanel and her mom.
Oh my gosh! And Chanel's like a prude now. She likes jazz.
Biologist right now. You know what I'm saying? A nun in the church, but it's all good. But but yeah, it's just you guys embrace me as family. So I think of you as family. So
absolutely. Oh, you guys.
So we're a little bit over our time, so we want to, bring this into a close. One, for joining us, Chanel. We love hearing new voices and new views on things as we continue to grow this web series. We're always interested in what other people have to say. Just a couple of things coming up in December. Hopefully we're going to get some men on here and get some male perspective of, best friends and friendships and what happens and some other topics as far as, like we've touched on colorism and whatnot in other conversations, how that on the male side of things. So we've got some things cooking in the pot back here, trying to get some interesting topics out for people to see and comment and participate in. It's my birthday. The most important part of December is my birthday.
Right. Yes. Well, I love being on here. I love what you guys are doing. The topics are very interesting, and I think as you continue, you're going to really get some unique perspectives about friendships and just relationships as a whole. But I think one of the most important part of any relationship is friendship. It starts with friendship. If you, like you said, Phyllis, earlier, if you have a solid foundation, and if it starts with friendship, it is something special. And so I think a lot of the root of relationship and how you interact with people really shows in how you act with your friends, you know, because then that carries over into other areas. So I'm so proud of you guys, and I'm so glad that I was able to be on and just talk and, you know, answer a quick few questions. Yeah, they're not gonna get all the deets, but get a snippet. So yeah,
Well,
thank you.
I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. Thank you for letting me know I was blaming the wrong person for that incident. So I do appreciate you for, you know, clearing that 20-year incident up. You know what I'm saying? This is a great web series. We should just have on all of our friends to clip anything in the past. But we do appreciate you joining us on a Wednesday night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will be in touch. I will be sending you a very nice Christmas gift. You know, apologies for, you know, blaming the wrong person. But you know, thanks, Crystal's mom. But we will be tuning out until next week. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.